again. So welcome, welcome. I'm excited to be here today with you, and we're going to do something new today. So we are going to do some mantra and some, um, and of course, as soon as I'm talking live, I'm forgetting the name of when you hold your fingers together in certain positions. Somebody help me out here.
Mudra.
Mudras. Thank you, Mark. Words I've known for 30 years and they just escape me as soon as I'm talking live on a video. So, I mean, with a group, you know what I mean, guys. So what we're going to do is there are three syllables that I find the most healing, and they're said to be a way to deeply connect with the universe, with what is in each of us individually that's also connected. So hum and om so hum. And you can use these in any order. And I really want you to trust your own guidance and intuition with that. So I'm going to just put them in the chat. And when we do them, we can use mudras, and I use mudras very intuitively. So it's not something, I mean, yes, I've been taught different mudras by different teachers, but I use them as connection points of energy in the fingers. And I want you to just first go ahead and try connecting your fingers this way, and just notice. You might want to close your eyes and go inside and just see sort of what happens as you press a finger in connection with your thumb. And like tune into your head area, to your chest area, to your gut area, to your hips. And just notice the difference. And maybe you're like, oh, it's all the same, or you don't feel anything. And that's perfect too. There's no right or wrong way to experience this. We're just sensing for ourselves what it feels like and if there's any difference. Now we're going to add the different sounds, and I want you to also have freedom in how you do that. Now I have to change a setting, or if I make the sounds, it'll sound like silence because Zoom will cancel out a whole bunch of sounds. That's what I've been told. So we'll see how this works. So I'm just going to go inside, and I like to first connect my index finger to my thumb and just do an om. And I'm not going to be making the sounds the whole time. I'm going to actually stop making them in less than 30 seconds, and I'll just instruct you to do them in your own way. And so we're just going ahead and starting the meditation now. So let's just start with om. Om. And you can see it's not performative on my end. I'm just sort of finding my voice there. I might go a little higher. Oh. Now see what it's like to feel into your feet, your seat, your heart, and your fingers as you do your own om. Okay. And Mark just told me it's censoring out my sounds anyways. So I'm not going to make sounds. I'm just going to instruct you on making your own sounds. So I'm not going to worry about my sounds. Don't matter in this. I want you to make your own sounds. So om in your own way, om, and then so hum, or so hum om, and try out different fingers. Let this be your own inner practice. See if while you're on one sound, like home, H-U-M, home, You want to stretch it out. You want to touch the different fingers. And just try it in your own way, tuning into Om or So Hum or Hum, however you want to do it. You can also make the sound on the inside if you don't want to use your voice. And see what it's like if your body tells you to rest in a certain mudra, to hold it longer, or if your body or your fingers tell you to tap or to move a little. And so we will just keep going in our own way, Om, So, Hum, in our own way, using our mudra and our sound inside us or using our voice and our body. And just imagine as you make these sounds, as you make these mudras as well, you're tuning in to a universal frequency. I am that are the words that often accompany So Hum. And you can just stay with Om, or you can just stay with So Hum, or you can put them all together just another minute in your own way. It's like you're just sending out a message to the universe, inviting peace, inviting presence, connection, the universe within you. And if the hands open, my hands opened, they stopped wanting to make mudras. I listened to that. And you might want to open your hands in an inviting, receiving posture, or you might want to close your hands, coming together in unity and prayer position, listening to your hands, listening to the voice that wishes to come forward or to rest within. And just resonating with the frequency of your Om. Let's do a final Om together. And letting your energy come into a soft presence within. What's it like to just breathe and soften? What's it like to just allow a dropping down, a releasing? As you exhale, bringing your attention to your hands and your feet, letting your hands rest on your lap, or if you're lying down, just letting the hands rest on your body or on the surface under you, whatever feels right. And just breathing in and breathing out in a comfortable, steady rhythm for you today. Notice what it's like to soften and drop down. Sometimes when we do that, there's a little release in our neck and our head, and the energy actually opens more in our crown chakra. It's very interesting how all the little energy centers of the feet and the toes connect through our whole system. And just take a moment to breathe and be your feet. Be your feet as you breathe. Letting the feet breathe. The feet are breathing with energy as you're breathing in and out with your nose or mouth. letting air into the lungs, releasing, softening, and just allowing yourself to be fascinated with your own feet. And then imagining that you can be really inside of your legs, your hips, your pelvis, your tailbone, and connecting energetically with the earth. Just breathing and being in your own way, connecting with Mother Earth. This might feel like you're allowing roots to go down like a tree. This might feel like light that shines down into Earth, and Earth's light, Earth's energy shines up into your body, your being, and you're at a soul level connecting your energy with the stability and presence of the earth that holds us, nurtures us. And sometimes my hands just want to move gently as I do this, as though they're tracing the trunk of a tree going up and the roots going down and out. And we don't have to see that, but we might do what is sometimes called see feel. So I don't see pictures, but I feel that sense of roots and a tree, that sense of light. Some people see, and that's beautiful. And some people, they just know or they feel. It's okay to talk to yourself through the process. And when you're ready, we're going to start another practice that, again, it's very important to allow yourself to do this your own way. This is a healing practice that helps us clear, it helps us nurture. It really takes care of us. And we're going to begin by just imagining honey. So golden honey, and I'm going to the top of my head. If your eyes are open, you can see I'm imagining holding a beautiful ball of wonderful honey, golden, pure. This honey is like a loving elixir. And then just imagining that honey. And if you don't like honey for any reason, replace honey with another quality. And remember, you don't have to see this, but you're going to imagine in your own way. Just imagine that honey starting to enter your head area, going through the skin into the brain, giving to you. That honey is so wonderful. It's an elixir, it's a healer. It brings in light, it brings in love, it coats you in a way that is so protective, and you can feel it going around your head or imagining it around the head, around the face. I like to use my hands to help me sense that. It could be around your ears, the back of your head, and just letting this beautiful golden quality of honey cascade slowly, the way honey moves in its own way, in its own texture, letting that surround your lower face, your jaw, the inside of your jaw, your the space of your neck, the back of your head, just very slowly with intention as you breathe, allowing this golden, clear, loving, nourishing honey to seep through you, through your throat and neck and all the glands there, into the collarbone, the shoulders. And as it goes through the body, it's also around you. And it's a golden texture, a sweetness, an elixir that actually relieves any aches, any imbalances. It nourishes. So you're giving yourself your own honey healing from the inside out and letting it work around your back, your shoulders, into your heart. And this sweet, warm, golden quality of honey will melt, will go exactly where it's needed, connecting to the space, the flow of your energy, of your body, and noticing that you can guide it somewhere that has a feeling or a sensation. And you can also just imagine it slowly working its way through all of your cells, your organs, healing, loving, balancing, cleansing what needs to be cleansed, nurturing, nourishing what needs to be nurtured, letting it flow down the sides of your body, the front side, the back side, the inner central tube or highway or river of energy in your body, letting it move through you and through all of the inner spaces, all of the beautiful, loving, hardworking parts of us on the inside. This honey can just find places where it nurtures, where it gives, where it helps things travel and flow. And keep going down the body, the back body, taking care of the spine, the internal organs, the belly area, the skin, all the way around your hips and your seat. And just remembering to breathe and allow. Maybe for you, it's a kind of sound that is this beautiful golden light, this beautiful loving texture that slowly moves and gives and coats and nourishes all the way around and in your legs, the fronts of your legs, the back of your legs, the knees, the calves, the shins, the heels, the top of the feet, the inside of the legs and feet, around the feet, the soles of the feet. And just take a moment here, feeling that wonderful, nourishing, slow moving honey in its golden essence, letting it help you to just be. And all you're doing now is just being. If you tune into a certain area inside yourself, you can allow that. If you feel all of yourself, allow that. If you want to or turn or do any movement, yawn, whatever you wish, You're just allowing, really allowing yourself into this moment. And there may be a kind of healing sensation that happens. It might be more in one area, it might be a general sense of that really loving coating of nurturing essence. And you might feel it. You might, if it feels at all heavy, you can make it lighter. And just notice how you can breathe with it and expand it so that you're sitting in this beautiful ball of light now, golden light all around you. And remember, you don't have to see that. You can feel it, you can know it's there. Your hands can move in the air, helping you feel that sense of golden light all around and through you. A golden, almost like a ball of light or a bubble or an egg shape. For me, it's an egg today. And just feeling that, imagining it full of this elixir, imagining the way the body shifts a little as it moves. And just see if there's a part of your body that wishes to move just a little bit. It might be simply a finger. It might be a bigger movement like a twist. It might be the hands moving. And if there's anything that wishes to be guided, either massaged or balanced or removed, your hands can do that. Your breath. Your breath can help you move energy to give to yourself. Your sounds that we started with, the om, the so, hum, can do that also. It might be just one sound. It might be another sound than those three that comes that just wants to nurture and support you. And it might be your visual sense. It could be that you see colors or hummingbirds or rainbows or some other healing image. And now opening up all your senses, knowing that you're held in this protective, loving energy and frequency, and that all of us together are holding this healing, loving frequency of energy, of safety. As you breathe, just follow your breath. And imagine a place in nature, a high place, a place with a beautiful view. You can feel that view, you can sense that view, you can remember that view, you can also see that view. And just noticing the details of where you are in nature with this beautiful view. Feeling the air, the sun, the earth under you. There may be sounds you hear. And if there's no sounds. Imagine a bird or a distant airplane, or imagine the rustling of leaves, the running of water. And notice how your body feels in this beautiful place in nature with this wonderful open view. And in this open view, set a scene of lovely animals just enjoying themselves. It could be any kind of animal that grazes on a hill. It could be you'd rather see beautiful flowers or a waterfall. And you can feel it. You don't have to see it. And just knowing you're so safe, you're so present, you're so expanded as you look out. Perhaps you see the ocean or the mountain or birds flying. And just being that witness, feeling the sense of that wide open, yet safe and comfortable perspective. Noticing what it's like in your hands, in your heart, in your legs, as you allow yourself to relax in this place in nature that is so lovely just to sit, to be, to notice. Is there a tree near you you can lean against? Or could you imagine touching the soft grass or sand or pebbles or soil under you? And just being in this connection with earth, with air, with sun, with water, and most of all with space, the spaciousness that you are, the spaciousness around you. And you choose, do you wish to tune inside and feel that warmth of the sun or that flow of water, or tune outside into the view and experience any of the elements or all of the elements? Noticing how the air is part of you, how the ground is part of you, and part of the scene, part of the environment. Do you feel the warmth of sun, or do you imagine it as this beautiful light around you? Do you feel space around your skin or space inside your head, your back, your legs? How do you relate to water? And when you're ready, letting yourself be, in a sense, the conductor, the leader of these elements in your system and in your imaginary place. So allow the water to be very soothing, relaxing in your own body and in your imagination. Soothing, relaxing water. Allowing yourself to be the creative imaginer of the element of fire and bringing it into the warmth, the joyful, enthusiastic energy that is needed by you in just the right amount, just the right quality of fire. It might feel like a warmth in the heart or the hands. It might change what you see on your mind's eye or inside your eyelids. Fire will help us sometimes to visualize more. And allowing air to be in the exact form that benefits you. Air can stir our curiosity, our freedom, our choice. It can help us make decisions and take actions, see possibility. And space, feeling that vastness of being your universal self. So just sensing whatever feels right in whatever proportion, direction, it feels perfect today to have expansion. The expansion, the freedom of space in every cell of your being, perhaps feeling that space. And knowing that you're grounded, you're connected with the earth element inside of you, the physical, the presence, stability, safety, connection. You might just want to notice if you want more of that or less of that, and let that grounding earth element be in the perfect proportion for you today, this moment. You can feel almost like a mountain that we are, a tree that we are, a rock we lean on, a presence in our being. And thank the elements, thank your beautiful creative mind that can imagine. Thank this space that is a co-created, non-ordinary reality place that you make and that we make together through sharing this. And let the hands come back into awareness, perhaps in a new kind of position, letting them gently move through the air, the fingers touching or not, the hands moving or still. And your body might want to move too a little bit, just taking a certain position and noticing the energy of that position. And noticing what it's like to slowly allow a little bit more movement, a little opening. This might be more on a subtle level of energy, or it might be a big stretch. This is up to you. This is guided from within you. And your breath is there, a constant friend on the journey. If you'd like guides and angels to surround you and give you blessings and support, call in your guides and angels, even if you don't know them. Imagine them sitting around you, so truly happy to be of service. The angelic frequency of love. Notice it like a shape or a sound, a type of water or element, a kind word whispered, and guides, friends who have been with you, perhaps always watching over you, bringing special noticings in life to your attention to support you in finding your own way in the world, in your own life journey, your own learnings. Guides who want only the best for you. Guides of your soul, of your higher self. And just feel into their kindness, even if you don't know them or sense them, just imagining the presence of such energy, wanting to only support the very best, the very most loving in you, and through you. And in your own way, receive the blessings of these angels and guides. It'll be different for each one of us. But let the blessing come deep into the body, through the body. Only you are in your body, yet the energy of love, the energy of kindness, the energy of caring and nurturing, just like the honey that you imagined, this energy can come through you when you ask for it, when you set your intention, just as you plant your feet on the ground, just as you let your energy drop to connect with earth, so you can also receive these blessings. And it can just feel like a little shift in the body or in the feelings, in the thoughts, in the sensations. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a big thing, but it can also be just a little shift. And when you're ready, taking an inner bow to yourself, to your own truth, your own inner compass of guidance, knowing you can ask for support and support yourself at any time you need it, and knowing that also you have the support of friends, of community, all together here right now. And let's just imagine that we're holding hands in a big field full of flowers, but these are magical flowers that don't make us sneeze. Yeah. And so we're all holding hands in this beautiful field and making this big circle. And our guides and non-ordinary reality support team are behind us, making another huge circle. And within our circle, let's place all of humanity, all beings, all animals, all insects, all plants. Let's place it all within our loving circle. And in our own way, send all beings, all people, all animals, all plants, all insects, our blessings, our love, our support. And feeling that support behind you in the circle that surrounds our circle, and feeling that connection through you, connecting with all other people who are sharing at this moment, at any moment, this intention of love, of support, of kindness. And when you're ready, coming back to your own self, hands together, feeling that connection of your palms. If you wish, you can open your eyes. Let your fingers cross over. And let's bring our hands up to above our head. And slowly, slowly, we're going to do that French press, making the most delicious coffee ever. But the coffee is our energy coming together, integrating, stabilizing, grounding. And if there's any kind of residual wiggles or shakes or yawns, sighs, sometimes we need to pound our chest a little or massage our legs to come back, noticing shapes, colors in your room. If you have a window in your room looking outside, or if you are outside, noticing the colors and the shapes around you. Okay, well, haven't done that particular meditation before. So I'm curious, how was the honey for you? How do you like honey? How did the honey feel? How did the sounds feel? If anyone wants to share in the chat or raise your hand, take your time. Get some water. I love that. Judith shared honey was so beautiful, drizzled all over my internal organs, and I sideway brain. Not sure exactly what you meant, but I get it all in there, huh? That is great. And I actually was listening to some random interview recently, and this teacher gave this short practice with honey, and I remembered also doing this with another teacher years ago, and I also remembered having the experience in deep meditation of being, I would say, more like amber, like so slow moving in the energy body. And so I just felt like, well, maybe I'm having these memories and this experience to bring it to meditation group. So that's sometimes the way I feel that guides can affect us, is that we take in certain things, we remember certain things, and I'd like to imagine that that's guides saying, this is helpful to you, this might be helpful to others you work with, and then we can share that. And it can be sticky. Oh, and then I have to share another thing. A student I was talking to on Friday gave me another honey metaphor that was great in the opposite kind of way. So she shared, and maybe you're here, Christine, I believe, shared that a teacher of hers shared with her once that attachment is like having spiritual attachment, or any attachment is like having honey all over your hands and fingers, and everything you touch sticks to you. However, you can touch everything, enjoy everything without it sticking to you. So that would be kind of spiritual non-attachment. So another way to use the metaphor of honey, not the way we were using it today, but an equally healthy, I think, way to imagine that we don't want everything to be sticking to us, but we do want honey to coat us and give to us and give us healing, so that we can be present and we can take care of our state, ourself, and be there for others as well. I think many people in this group are here for part of one's mission in life might be to help others, whether that's our families or our communities or people we serve professionally. So I did see Lavana, I saw your hand go up and down. I would love any shares, any questions, any thoughts. I know it's been a big week in the world and on many different places. And it's definitely been a week that I wrote to everyone. I wasn't really sure how to guide meditation this week, to be honest. And I practiced more and I prayed more, and then just like a blessing, it was like, oh, you don't guide this meditation alone. This is everyone together. So I just, oh, okay. That's what I lean into. And that's what I leaned into. And I mean, I was going to show up no matter what, but it made it a lot easier to show up. Okay, Rish, hi.
Hi, Magli. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it felt really good to join this meditation, and I felt the best part was sharing, or rather giving energy to all beings and all things in nature. And it was the visualization of almost me being this tiny little thing, having this massive envelope of energy that surrounded the whole of the planet, which was quite powerful, I thought.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I loved that moment too. Yeah. Thank you, Rish. And Les.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Maggie. This is Serge.
Serge. Yeah, I was like, why does
I
it say less? I didn't know. People
I
have
have
multiple names.
it's on my other phone. I'm so sorry.
Gotcha. No worries.
Um, that was so funny. Uh, I could. What I wanted to share is basically based on your last words, which is basically the common experience we're having as a group, uh, as a practice. And I feel like in these extremely challenging times, the biggest revolution we're doing is turning inwards, right? It's like bringing that resourcefulness inwards among us so we can experience first and foremost like the power of what I would call prayer, but like transformational something,
Yeah.
a transformational power
Yeah.
that we find in unity. So also like sharing common metaphors
Mm.
and sharing well, first of all, a safe health space together, that's for sure. But what I found really interesting in this meditation today, because we've seen those metaphors and we kind of get used to a certain practice
Mhm.
with a certain person, then when crisis comes, we're already practiced. We've already practiced going to that safe space. So today was very familiar for me, not only because it's been years, but recently I can sense a real like uh, beauty and that familiarity. Like we don't need to have like we could be creative, but we're also using the same metaphors again and again. And I
Mm.
felt compelled today to share again because as I was walking in, I remember the elixir that you mentioned, which was also significant, and the French press. I was actually preparing coffee when you said the French press, and I'm like, okay, that's it. This is too much connection. So what I really like the real
You
point that
hold
I want,
that up and do it very slowly
yeah,
there a
yeah,
sec. I'm gonna get a
so,
picture.
so satisfying. It's so satisfying,
Yes. Oh, I didn't get it in time. Oh well, next time. Oh, I love that.
So the
Okay.
what the final thing that I want to say regarding the metaphors that we're sharing um, today, for example, um, when it I just forgot, Mikey. When it comes back, I'll share it from my heart. But this is
Sure.
the space that I want to
Mm.
honor. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank
today.
you. Thank you. And some of the things that came as the shares were happening for me was that one thing that I thought was a little different today that I wanted to point out was that we used sound and mudras. We've done that before, but that for some, everyone's different. For some, it's movement, for some, it's breathing, but for some, making these sounds helps us to settle or clear or bring in a kind of different state, a different vibe. And like I meditate a lot in stillness and quiet, but when I'm preparing myself to share with others, I make sounds all over my room. And the sound frequencies are really powerful. So to use those on ourself too, on our body, we don't have to go to a sound healing to have that experience. We can, it's beautiful, but we can also just really do that and just practice doing it along with our body. I would just encourage you to test it out, experiment. Do it in your car if nowhere else, or your shower. And some of you, that's natural for you, but some maybe have never tried that before. And the other thing, I guess, I guess I have to say I'm opening up more and more to non-ordinary reality guides and angels and those frequencies. And so I may be in the meditations doing more of a time for receiving blessings from our own guides and angels. And I hope that connects to you guys, or that you're curious a little bit. and that you do this also on your own, just asking for what would help you, asking for that support. And then noticing, witnessing, what's it like when we ask. And Joyce, hi.
Hi, Magli. How are you?
Good.
So happy to be here as always. I've been traveling, so this came at a perfect time to be home and get back into this meditative space. I found it very interesting when we were talking about the roots going into the ground, and I just imagined being that tree. And then I started hearing this bird chirping outside as if this bird had just come on to my tree that I had grown. And then you talked about the water, and I hear the water start in my washing machine. And the thing that it made me realize is we get so busy and we're just rushing from one thing to another. And there's all these things going on around us that we miss and that I'm grateful for. And it just brought to mind the abundance of gratitude for all the things that are in my environment every day, and to be still long enough to hear them and see them and feel them and appreciate them and not miss out on all the little things that are just amazing.
Thank you for sharing that. That is so true. And if you've never, I know you have, Joyce, but if anyone else has never tried it, trying just meditating on the sounds in the room and just really listening. It's so powerful. And then meditating on the inner sounds. But we have that ability to go from the environment to our inner environment. And I think sometimes under stress, we forget that. It's almost like we are taken to other places sometimes, and we have to consciously be back in our environment and our body to recalibrate, and then we can be more present for life.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce. Okay, guys, and I'm Bella. Thank you for your sweet email. I felt that. And let's just go to gallery view a minute and just see each other and send each other kindness. Yeah. Oh, I wish we were in a real room together, but the Zoom room is good for now. So good to see you. All right. Some of you I haven't seen in video for a long time, and the dogs. All right. Well, everybody, I'll see you guys next week, or I'll see you later today if you're in class at 2 p.m. today. Okay. Bye, guys.